don't see how we're gonna get on down to East Town Prison, do a jailbreak and free your friends. With the law, we're too hot. And then say we do break them out, then what? The more you dwell on the past, the more we suffer. Well, give me a chance to love you the way I want to. All this running around. I wish we could go far away. I finished composing a new poem. You want to hear it? That's what I do while I'm waiting for you. You're going to hear it sometime. I don't think you really need me. The only time you say you love me is when you're about ready to leave. You used to say it every day, 3 times a day. Well, I need to hear it more often. You've been out of prison a year now. What did they do to you in there, baby? Try to talk about it. I love you. I just don't know how to help. What the hell do you think I'm doing out here? This ain't no checkers game, you know? I've given up everything for you. Just you. I thought we'd have a home, a life. All I want is to be with you. I love you more than my own life, Clyde Barrow. You should know that by now. Now, Sal was a gal of rare beauty. Though her features were coarse and tough, she never once faltered from duty to play on the up and up. Sal told me this tale one evening before she turned out free, and I'll do my best to relate it, just as she told it to me. I was born on a ranch in Wyoming, not treated like Helen of Troy. I was taught that rods were rulers and ranked as a greasy cowboy. Then I left my old home for the city to play in its mad, dizzy world, not knowing how little of pity it holds for a country girl. There I fell for the line of a henchman, a professional killer from Chi. I couldn't help loving him madly. For him, even now, I would die. 1 year we were desperately happy. Our ill-gotten gains we spent free. I was taught the ways of the underworld, and Jack was like a god to me. I got on the FBA payroll to get the inside lay of the job. The bank was turning big money, and it looked like a cinch for the mob. 80 grand without even a rumble. Jack was the last with the loot in the door when the teller did aim a revolver from where they forced him to lie on the floor. I knew I had only a moment. He would surely get Jack as he ran. So I staged a big fade out beside him and knocked the 45 out of his hand. They wrapped me down big at the station and informed me that I'd get the blame for the dramatic stunt pulled on the teller. Looked to them too much like a game. The police called it a frame-up, said it was an inside job, but I steadily denied any knowledge or dealings with the underworld mobs. The bank hired a couple of lawyers, the best fixers in any man's town, but it takes more than lawyers and money when Uncle Sam starts shaking you down. I was tried as a sign of gangland, charged for my wages of sin. The dirty dozen found me guilty and gave me 5 to 50 years in the pen. I took the rap like good people. Never one squawk did I make. Jack dropped himself on the promise he'd make a sensational break. Well, to shorten a sad, lengthy story, 5 years have gone over my head without even so much as a letter. At first I thought he was dead. But not long ago I discovered from a gal in the joint named Lyle that Jack and his maul had got over. And we're living in true gangster style. If he'd returned to me sometime, though he hadn't a cent to give, I'd forget all this hell that he's caused me and love him as long as I live. There's no chance of his ever coming, for Jack and his maul have no fears. But that I will die in this prison or flatten this 50 years. Tomorrow I'll be on the outside, and I'll drop myself on it today. I'll bump them. If they give me the hot squad on this island here in the bay, barn door swung wide next morning for a gruesome woman of waste, who at last had a chance to fix it. Murder showed on her cynical face. Not long ago, I read in a paper that a gal on the east side got hot, and when the smoke finally retreated, 2 of the gangmen were found on the spot. It related a colorful story of a jilted gangster gal. 2 days later, a subgun ended the story of Suicide Sal.